like this weird competition of cool.
You take a reef shot to the side of the head for a wave like that.
If I can win this, this will be the greatest moment of my life.
All the girls are surfing so well. They're beautiful inside and out.
Going skageless is a whole nother realm, like a fast version of body surfing.
The power surfing is like a lot of that style and grace with some aggression and harnessing all of those things in one and creating your own style.
My job description is student of surfing.
Board Stories Television is proudly produced in association with Freesurf Magazine. Subscribe today with the QR code or visit freesurfmagazine.com. Hey, aloha and welcome to another special edition of Board Stories TV. I'm Mike Latronic, your host, and this time it's Destination Nicaragua. On a special invite from our friends at Rise Up Surf Retreats, we are at this amazing location in Latin America. Unbelievable accommodations, fantastic food. We practically have our own private surf break right in front of the resort, and we've got a cast of friendly characters and hot surfers. You're gonna love this. After a nearly 5-year hiatus, Board Stories TV and Freesurf Magazine went back on the road for a true-to-life surfing adventure on an invite from Rise Up Surf Retreats in Nicaragua. With several operations all over the world, including Costa Rica, Barbados, and Guatemala, Rise Up has created and specialized in unique surfing experiences since 2009, and Nicaragua is definitely a highlight location. Our cast of characters is diverse, with young and old surfers, including a clutch of top young surfers from Peru, all sponsored on this adventure by Tubos Surfing School. Our crew was set to experience some great surfing, healthy and delicious food, a beautiful location, friendly staff, and ever-healing yoga, which would only enhance our surfing experience. Our travel saga has just begun. Stay tuned, because more is on the way.
My name is Arena Rodriguez. Some people call me Arenita since I was really short when I began surfing. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Lima, Peru. I surf because of the satisfaction and happiness that it brings me to catch a good wave, to surf it, and to flow. I love the adrenaline that it gives me and the satisfaction of making a good wave and good maneuvers and just having fun. Surfing to me means freedom and being myself, because in a wave you can do anything you want. You're free to choose, you're free to catch the wave you want, do the maneuvers you wish, and just be you. What inspires me to travel to surf is meeting new cultures, new people, making new friends, and learning more also about myself. So it's just, you only not meet new places, but you meet yourself in new places, so you know more facets about your person. I love surfing just so much. It gives me so much fun.
What better way to spend quality time with friends and family than laughing in the sun and playing in the ocean? When it comes to surf trips, traveling with those people who are closest to us makes the adventure all the more wonderful and important.
You know, I bring my son Kingston on every surf trip. We've been traveling the world together since he was a mini Grom, and it's an amazing experience. He's mixing with the other teenage grommets, and he gets a worldly experience on top of seeing these kids just rip. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I've been traveling with my family quite a lot because they also surf, my father and my uncles, my brother, my cousins. And now I have the pleasure to travel with my little brother's friends, and they are also ripping, so it's good to watch them surf and have fun and get to know the kids also.
As a father, it's very gratifying to see your children riding a wave, and it's almost as much or even more satisfying than riding the wave you yourself. You know, it fills you in, you feel great. I mean, you want your kid to progress, to have fun. Whatever the level they surf, you just feel stoked to see them, you know, riding a wave and see that smile in their face. And when it comes to my daughter Isabel, she's very feisty. I wanted to have, you know, this time with her, seeing her progressing in some bottom waves and be immersed into this experience. She said to me that she was very happy to taking this trip with me, just she and I. And so she said that for her was very special. And so it is for me.
Wow, these folks at Rise Up Surf Retreats have really created an experience here. I mean, this place is great for families, if you're traveling solo, and besides the great food, friendly help, comfortable accommodations, yoga every day, there's one thing that makes a surf trip really great, and that is great surf. Muchas gracias, señor.
While the surf was super fun and consistent right in front of the Rise Up accommodations, it was time to change things up and explore some nearby options. Going to the tropics, it's super important to cover up. We're super stoked on these guys, Project Reef, for supplying us with some really good natural sunscreen. It goes on super easy, it stays on really good. It's all smiles, thanks to Project Reef. And hopefully we're gonna score again today. The crew mobilized, loaded some essential gear, and after a short ride, we found ourselves at the edge of a river mouth with 2 boats to take us on a new adventure. Jumping on a boat or off a boat will always heighten the surf safari experience. The surf break fronting the river mouth was called San Dimas, and on the lower tide, it provided some fun walls and sections. The tide was filling in, and it was time we ventured 15 minutes down the coastline. Our Rise Up guides brought us to Playa de Soto, a very special beach break, and there were some non-stop barrels. It was definitely good to see some spitting barrels for sure. And while there weren't a whole lot of completions, you can bet getting shacked was the welcomed option.
Just because you're out at sea, middle of the ocean, surrounded by salt water, doesn't mean you have to stay salty. When you have a rinse off, all you gotta do, flip the switch, rinse off. With this surfing excursion being south of the border at Rise Up Surf Retreats located in Nicaragua, it was only appropriate that we would invite some young, talented Latin American surfers. Through the auspices of Tubo Surf School, who sponsored the group from Peru, we were able to document a young, talented crew as they exchanged performance notes in the various beach breaks. One of the founders at Tubo Surf School, Felipe Baca, had this to say about engaging these young Peruvian surfers on this mission.
So Peru produces a large pool of talented surfers, very accomplished surfers like Álvaro Malpartida, Gabriel Villaran, Miguel Tudela, Joaquín del Castillo, Alonso Correa, I mean, you name it, there are quite a few. The idea here was, to take the more motivated kids who are surfing well in Peru. They have the opportunity to get to know each other, to bond, make friendship, because the idea is to take them to Hawaii this winter. For us, it's like having the opportunity to get them together and see how hungry they are, how much they want it, so they can go there and follow the steps of Gabriel and Alvaro and those guys.
I've heard Nicaragua was basically perfect beach breaks, sandbars with tubes and perfect waves and great temperature, warm water, and a lot of fun.
I heard that the waves were really good. They were more tubular than Peru. This is more like a short break. There are not so many of those in Peru.
Nicaragua is so different. The sun is super hot. The waves are different. Here you can find more beach breaks. In Peru you can find more left point breaks. It's super fun here with all the crew. We are having a fun time. The water temperature here in Nicaragua is so hot. Really, in Peru we need to wear 4-3 wetsuits because the water is so cold. And yeah, in here I feel free.
I think that Peru needs a lot of support, financial support, like for athletes, to compete more outside, to have a better level, not only against each other, but against the world, because we're at that level. We just need to get more practice and just be out there.
I think for the kids it's been great. The other Peruvian kids with us, they've been charging, making maneuvers, increasing the wave count. So I think it's fun.
Having the opportunity to venture to new places and challenge their skills, the young Peruvians would no doubt grow and benefit from this experience. Surf trips and traveling in general are not just adding more points to your mileage plan or another stamp in your passport. It draws people closer to one another and it tells you more about yourself.
Surfers have the desire to travel a lot just to improve, because we're ambitious. We are ambitious. We love improving. We love having new challenges. So we travel to meet and find new places that challenge ourselves and to have new obstacles and surpass them.
I feel like it's important to travel because you can diversify your wave, and you can learn by taking different waves, because maybe in Hawaii or Indonesia they're not the same wave. Beach break or reef break, they're not the same wave, and you can just experience new things and challenge yourself.
Anytime I tell my experiences to my friends or close relatives, they always say how lucky you are to travel all the time. I feel like experiencing exotic things and going to new places is always really fun.
That's the beauty of surfing though, so traveling around the world to far off destinations to find maybe not the most perfect wave or most beautiful waves, but they're different waves, and it brings different experiences along the way.
You always remember the stories going with your friends, checking the spots. So I think there is something ingrained into surfers that makes them pursue looking for better conditions, a better wave, a longer one, a rounded one, a bigger one. And I think it's inside, you have this burning desire. I mean, you have the aspiration to surf better waves.
Traveling is a blessing and an education. When you get immersed in a different culture with a different language, it really opens up a sector of your brain and your soul, and the real education starts. My margin of, well, how good was the trip is a reflection of how good the waves were, how comfortable the location was, the food, the water, everything. Nicaragua was pretty high marks on all those levels. The waves did not disappoint. You have this desire to go explore. Being on a surf trip and surfing with friends, you really get to know people better and see what genuinely nice people they are, how they interact with their kids, or how they interact with each other. It's what friendships are about. I tend to see going on a surfing adventure as an extension of having a good life and enjoying good friends.
Nicaragua in general is a magical place. The people are amazing. The landscape, the coastline, the waves, I can't say enough. Rise Up has their own little tropical / magical oasis with their own private, I'm gonna say, training grounds right in front of their resort.
The main highlight about Rise Up probably is the place we're staying at. This hotel is just so beautiful. The staff is giving you a good vibe. You're just happy to be here, having a lot of fun and surfing and doing any activities you want during the day, and being here is so entertaining.
It was a very, very quaint, comfortable, clean, awesome accommodations. They took us all over. They had access to 2 or 3 trucks, boats. We got placed in all these different areas in such a short amount of time. It's awesome. I almost wish we had another week there, but there's so much variety. Really, I think anybody planning to go to Nicaragua and experience what Rise Up has to offer will not be disappointed. It's a great trip.
Oh yeah, I would definitely recommend this place to anyone, a beginner or advanced surfer. It doesn't matter, you're gonna have a lot of fun because these beach breaks are also like totally friendly. They're just so fun to anyone that comes here, so you just have fun out here.
Rise Up has created this environment that is very safe, is very well taken care of. This is very family friendly. So it's good for the kids and their parents to feel comfortable that everything is taken care of very professionally. I don't think it couldn't be a better place, to do this than Rise Up here in Nicaragua.
As much as we hate to say it, that's a wrap for this edition of Board Stories TV. Nicaragua, you showed us a great time. Rise Up Surf Retreats, A+ program. You guys are great, and we'll definitely be back. For all the cast, crew, and characters along the way, I'm Mike Latronic. Aloha.